the fourth element I'm taking away is that as a justice-seeking movement rooted in God's promise again, that all will have life and have it abundantly, we are challenged to build just and inclusive communities. The diversity we have experienced here is not the diversity that I see in my congregation or in many places where I gather as KAIROS. Definitely not on the KAIROS board. My colleagues on the KAIROS board, we had a moment to take a picture at the beginning of the meeting, and I was out of the country. That picture was taken, and the comment I made was, oops, you all look the same. So I'm waiting for the moment when we can take another picture. But I think we can speak to that in where we gather as KAIROS. It's not only on our board. We need to move, so we can be in all places and hear all the voices that are important to the struggle for justice. The diversity we have experienced here has been wonderful. How can this be our lived experience as a movement? How can we change the face of KAIROS and include people from the margins, people from low-income groups, Aboriginal folks, Nigerians living in Canada, Colombians living in Canada, Filipinos living here. So it's not when partners come, that is very important, but that we live and work with our colleagues right here. What we need to be alternative communities that hold the tensions that come with diversity. Diversity as nourishment for building right relations, not as problems to struggle with. Stories and experiences of exclusion that are shared. Exclusions that is not planned and intended. And I'm not saying you sit down, the dominant culture, you sit down and you plan and you say, we are going to exclude these folks. You don't. But we live in a system that does not keep us awake to who is not here, who is not present, why are they not present, and work hard to make that happen. Because exclusion of marginalized groups is a powerful tool of empire. Exclusion operates to consolidate and strengthen those with power and privilege while keeping the other in the perpetual state of disempowerment and vulnerability. The last point, I hope you can take that away as well, my fourth point. The last fifth point I want to speak to as a justice-seeking movement again, called in God's promise that all will have life and have it abundantly. We are challenged to be a movement of prayer. We've seen how this has been enriching for us here in this place. When we travel around the world doing our partnership work, it's very humbling when folks who struggle with the most difficult things to say to you when you're leaving, please pray for us. They are not saying, send us money to do our work. They are saying, please pray for us. How can we be that movement of prayer for God's grace to transform the world? We have all experienced the power of prayer. So as we close from here, we move into new beginnings on this journey, new creation for social justice work. We continue to journey in partnership with the God who called us to stay awake and pray in seeking justice and resisting evil. So I hope we can take this energy with us and share it together with our stories in many more places where we participate.